welcome back to RachandBella Crafts. I hope you're well. So I thought for today's video, as we're working on the Show Some Style collaboration, and let me just quickly remind you who is up this week. So we have had Corey. She kicked us off this week. Fantastic video. She actually covered all 4 of the styles. She's so talented, that lady, and not been too well either. So if you would make sure that you will leave her a big get well soon thumbs up as well. It was lovely to hear from you, Corey, and to see you back at your crafting desk. We have got Calon Lan coming up next, and then we have got Rose from Journals in Time, before we fly off through to another amazing half of the week. Oh my gosh, look at these names we've got coming up here. So exciting. I hope you're following along. I hope you're having fun. So don't forget, guys, the videos are saved to our playlist every day. Well, as soon as I find them, I pop them on there. They're sometimes a bit quicker than I am. But today, I wanted to have a go. As we like looking at different styles and things, I thought it'd be really good to be able to capture that by doing some work with some mixed media. So obviously you can't see everything that's on my desk. So I'm going to just give you a quick lowdown of what I have got on my desk in a minute. So I've got some inks. I've got a black, a gold. I'm not actually sure what colour this is. Oh, here we are. Is that single ink pad nude light beige? Ooh, I just thought it looked a bit bronzy, but that'll do. And then a brown, so kind of like the earthy tones there, right? I have also got a number of stencils. No, these are not stencils, these are stamps. I have a number of stencils that have texture to them. Okay, so this is basically what I've got. I don't have a huge amount of stuff like this because I don't do an awful lot of mixed media. I love it, but I just don't have the resources. So I know. So I do what I can when I can, but I just thought, oh, I'm gonna have a little go. Now this cheeky little stencil here, I've actually had for 2 years. Mum bought me this when I was going to attempt to do a steam pump project ages and ages ago, and I've held on to that, so safe, determined not to lose it, and I've only now just taken it out of the packaging. So there we are. Oh, that's a good point actually. Where did it come from? Mini stencils, cogs, creative expressions. Made in the UK, not sure, probably on Amazon maybe, but yes, I think that'll be perfect for what we're doing today. So they are my stencils that I've pulled. I have also got a set of numbers, so I thought perhaps we could have a go with these. Let's see which way that's going to go now, can't I? So I've got lots of different no, or should that be on? I think that is meant to be no. Okay, be like that. 5. Now, how the heck are they back to front now and the others were the other way around? I don't know, somebody's messing with me here. But there we are. So we've got a whole set of number stamps there. And then on the other side of the desk, I have got a huge pile of, I say huge, I've got a pile of stamps. So I've got to sift through what stamps I've got. I've got some here with different numbers on and different typography. Again, these words resonating with you. This here is meant to look like a brick wall, and it's yes, it is. It's a cracked wall, and it's kind of meant to give it a bit of texture, I think. I have got some tickets. I have got more numbers, big numbers. Okay. I have got another number block. I've inherited most of these, so I couldn't tell you where these have come from. These were given to me in a big box a while ago. What else have I got here? I've got another number thing here. I've had that one there a little while. I've got a little scroll one there as well. And I've just found this one too. So I thought, oh, there's a key in there. So I'm going to fish that out and see what we can do with that. But I've also just found, I thought, oh, that's rather timely because, of course, we have got our coronation next month. So I'm going to keep this one to hand. But there are 1 or 2 elements in here I may use. I've spotted the telephone, for example, and I quite like that clock stamp there as well. So I'm going to keep those to hand. So that's what I've got. If you want to go grab anything that you've got along those lines and get ready and come and join me, please do so now. Okay, before we go any further, if you remember in the last video where we made the paper bag and notebook flips, I said that if you could guess the 2 styles I was working on, I would give away 2 kits. So I need to do a quick draw. So I have highlighted the URL at the top, and I am popping that into here. We are going down the comment picker website, get YouTube comments, and then we're going to click start. I'll make sure I'm in frame this time because it was just me on myself doing it last time. Okay, here we go, here we go. Congratulations, cherished moments, Buffy B. I love the flippy notebooks. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yes, I'd forgotten that. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you, by the way, for all of you who answered that question. 2 styles are vintage and botanical. Yes, you are right. The 2 styles were vintage and botanical. Hope you all had lots of fun having a go making them. Buffy B, can you please drop me a message on my Etsy shop, please, and tell me which 2 digital kits you would like to have, and I will email you the links for them. Okay, on with the video. Now, for those of you that are sharp-eyed, you might have noticed these masterboards peeking out from the side of my desk. I did these a little earlier on, and these are a little different from how I would normally do them. So, for example, I have covered the other side of, I was making some handmade paper last summer, my first go at it, and as you can imagine, some of the ones that came out first of all were not very good. They were far too thick, so I've obviously just kept them in my box of bits. So I've used one of them tonight now to back a masterboard, and I thought, we'll give it a go and we'll see how it goes. Then I've got another one here that again was not great. The edge was really frayed, so what I've actually did there was I put a piece of blank paper on the back of that corner there just to kind of build it up a bit. So I know they're a bit out of shape one another, but that's fine. They're going to be perfect for what I want to work on today. So I thought we would start off with some stenciling, and I figured we would do some different colours and textures and perhaps overlay them, but I want to kind of see if we can take any papers. Now I'm working with the background papers here from the kit that we are using for the collaboration, and obviously the purpose of this exercise is to see whether or not excuse me, you can basically you know, make anything into your style, you know, regardless of what you're starting off with. Can we add elements to it that will change the style of it? So okay, so while obviously you don't need to be with me real time watching me lay the stuff on, you've kind of seen what I've done there, so I'm going to just quickly explain what I've done. I used these variety of different inks here. I realised pretty quickly on that using just those earthy tones there wasn't really bringing enough pop in, so I've had this green. It's the only thing I can explain it as. What does it say on the back? Oh, it says Christmas green. How bizarre. So I thought, right, well, let's give that a try, because that to me looks like, you know, when you oxidize metal. Well, it came out like that. I had a funny feeling that it might do. So here I doubled it up, and I've used the brown over the top with the different pattern, because I actually did the green in the crosses and then went over the top with the brown with the circles, and yet it looks like it's the circles that are in the green, doesn't it? But I really like that effect, that double layer effect there. And you think you're just doing that with stencils, the page looks completely different already. And that's literally just doing a little bit of stencil rubbing over that bit there. And again, I just started here, and I wanted to try as well layering the different colours. So I started here with the lighter and then added the darker over the top, but the lighter got lost pretty quickly. So then I added this one to the top here for the number, and that was all right because you had the change in tone. But then on this side, I did it the other way around. I did the darker on the bottom, and then I used the gold to go over the top. I mean, it's not a great gold ink, but even so, but that's not very clear at all. So I think I would probably stick with doing it the other way around with the perhaps lighter colours underneath and then darker going over the top then. So I'm going to have a little more of a go, finish up over here, and then we'll have a look at adding some stamping on there then. Okay, so I've put some little black dots on with my black stays on. I don't know if you can see those, if they've come out well enough. But I just thought I'd give it a go now and do this number here. And we'll see how that one goes now. So, it's being the black stays on, you don't want it to, I would imagine that it'll grip quite well. So we'll see how this works out now. The trouble with the stays on is, once it's on the blinking, it stays on. Just hope it'll come off my stencil now. Eek! I'll have that now. Right. Oh, okay. Well, that's come out nicely. And it's got a really nice, rough looking edge to it as well, because you don't want it to look too pristine. Right, I'm just going to quickly clean these stencils a minute, otherwise that's not going to come off. I'll be back now. Right, I want to give this cog stencil a try now. So I've got my distress ink, my vintage photo, and we'll see how that looks on here now. Let's see if that's dark enough, because you want a different tone. Obviously I've been using a brown ink underneath, but we'll see now how this compares with the what's already going on. We want this to really pop. Hope it will. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Moment of truth. Ooh, okay. Well, that's definitely popping. I'm not sure how I feel about that square edge around the end. I might have to soften that up with something else. But one thing's for certain, it doesn't look anything like this anymore, does it? Wow, look at the difference. You've got plain masterboard, and then you've got marvellous stencils. Oh, I love it. I think it's really like, yes, definitely. Okay, let's do some stamping on it now. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got tickets. So let's pop a ticket on there. Let's do a bit of that large one there. Will that fit on there? No, of course not. Right, let's try this one then. Okay. I'm thinking black. It's got to be black ink, isn't it, really? Okay. Let's hope this comes off now. Right. And I'm going to put this over the edge here. Ooh, cool. Love it. Okay, let's take that one off. What else have we got? Well, if we're talking about adding texture, maybe we should try one of these, shall we? I've got this cracked wall effect. I'm not sure I want that on in black, though. That's the only thing. I may pop that on there in a brown. I wonder if the vintage photo might be the tool. So look, we want it to be a little bit darker than what we've already got on there, don't we? So, and I'm not going to go with it all, so let's just do the top section, because that's quite a lot on there, I think. Okay. Maybe try up here. Ooh, oh gosh, that looks good. Look at that. Can you see that? If you got a really good shimmery one. Ooh, speaking of which, let me just, I definitely don't want to make these up. Let me get all that off there a minute. I don't want to get my ink pad dirty. Cloth, 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 cloth. There it is. Let's see what I do with my cloth. Let me give that a quick wipe a second. You definitely don't want to get it dirty. Oh, good job I did that then, look. Isn't it amazing these things don't have to store some ink and you can't see it. Let me just dry that off a minute. Right, I have got, I went out and sought some Archival Brilliance Moonlight White. Now this shimmers and shines. So let's see if this will add a little bit of glistening sparkle to it, shall we? Oh gosh, that's very moist. We didn't need all that on there actually. Right, just go easy, messy. Where should we try this? Somewhere equally busy, I think. Maybe here. Press too hard. There's quite a lot on there then. Oh, look at that. You see that shimmery on there? I like it. Oh, is it light catching that for you there now? Yeah, it looks brilliant. It's like almost like the pipes effect. Oh, wrong one. Blimey. That would have been a faux pas and a half, wouldn't it? The black instead of the white. You know when they do like with the steampunk, they do pipes going down. That's what that looks like. Right, okay. Let's try it again. I know it's not going to be too stark. Let's try a bit over here. Let's see how it looks. Might be rubbish, but we won't know if we don't test it out. And that's what these master boards are for, isn't it? To try things out. Oh, I like that. That's really cool. Right, let's just rub the rest of that off down here. Okay, cool. I like that. What do my cloth? Get that a wipe. Okay, so what should we try next? Some numbers, I think. Yeah, let's get some digits on there. Let's see where that goes. Let's see what it looks like. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. So that's my wall. Let's put that there. Let's dry it and go back in. I've done the tickets. Right, let's have some big numbers on you then, shall we? Let's cut that out in a minute. Excuse me whistling. Okay. Let's perhaps go with a number 4. I like the number 4. And maybe number 5. 5 alive. Okay, right, number 5. Let's go with a bit of black ink, I think, for these. Definitely. I was a bit disappointed those black dots didn't come out clearer. I was hoping, I had high hopes for them. Let's go there. Oh, yes. Love that. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, now we're cooking on gas. Right, and then number 4. Pop him down here, I think. Yes, excellent. Right, let's have one more up by there. Oh, there's a little fraction. I haven't seen those before. That's cool. Again, something a bit different. It's not very big, but that's all right. They certainly soak up the ink well. Ah, get it? Ink well? Gordon Bennett. You lot are slow tonight. I don't know how many of you caught on with my eggs cracking joke. I'm still laughing at that. So my kids thought it was quite funny as well, actually. It turned out. I'm not sure if I told you I did actually play the clip for them. They think I can't be funny, you see. Ugh. first mistake, underestimating your mother. Absolutely. So there we go. I was thinking to myself the other day, I've come to the conclusion that having a YouTube channel is better than going to therapy, I think. You are all my therapists, you know that? Because I come here, offload all my nonsense and then walk away and it's like, I'm so much lighter now. You're all probably like, oh my gosh. But I feel a lot better, so that's okay. It's cheap therapy. It's great. It's great. Oh, there we go. Went up to visit Mum and Dad the other day because, of course, you know, the move is imminent now. You know, we're at that stage and everything is kind of like packed and yeah, it's just upside down. And at my parents' house, or my mother's house, my parents' house is always tidy. Well, since we've all moved out, it is. So it's always nice, you know, it's always nice to come visit. And I normally go in and sit and chill, and I was like, oh, I've got to go home now. But I did say to her actually last week, the first time I think I've ever visited, I wanted to go home because my house was tidier than theirs. I was like, oh, I don't like all this mess. It's too untidy. No, 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 no. Mum looked a bit horrified when I said that actually, but no. Even in moving, it was tidier today. Obviously, they were busy there last week, shuffling stuff about. But yeah, it comes to something, doesn't it? When you'd rather be in your house because yours is tidier. Well, I don't know about you. Mine's not tidy. I've got boys living in mine. Of course it's not tidy. I think actually I make more mess than they do. I've got 3 rooms that are just overrun at the moment now with... Actually, most of the junk I think has come from Mum's, but at least said. In all fairness to her, she is actually giving me a cupboard tomorrow to put it all in. So everything should be organised then by the weekend. I'm very excited. Should finally have enough shelving to store everything with a bit of organisation. We can only hope anyway. We can only hope. Oh, there we are. I like them. They look brilliant. Right, okay. So the last thing I wanted to give a try now was to pop some, obviously, oxidized sprays on there. Couldn't really go doing this without those, could we? So it's amazing. I thought, oh, I hope I've done enough. Well, they call masterboards now, but it's amazing the amount of things you can actually do on one masterboard. So what have we got here? I got a vintage photo. My antiqued, I couldn't read that, an antique brown. Oh my gosh, I'm nearly out of that. That's obviously my favourite. And then this one here is tarnished brass. All favourites. I'm thinking they are nice, kind of like oxide. I'm just wondering if I've got anything to drape over my desk because I really don't want overspray going everywhere, all over my stuff. And I don't have anything in here. Oh, I'll just have to put some of this stuff around. Right, excusez-moi. Let's put those down there a minute. And then let's lift that up. Out the way, guys. Oh, mass destruction going on here. No, I'm just trying to protect the area. There we go. It's my phone I should be lifting up, really, isn't it? Probably end up now with it all over my top. I'm going to try my best not to. I'm going to lift you up a minute, guys, just to give me a little bit of space. Okay. Right, so let's start with the tarnished brass. We'll go with a little bit of that. Now, I like to have a bit of overspray because I like to I don't like to just go in and, do you know what I mean? It can be a bit heavy sometimes. So I always think if you kind of like spray past it, the bits that drop down on them are the good heavy drops rather than just saturating the whole thing. Right, that's enough of that one. So let's have now the vintage photo. This is very dark, this one. Where's my cloth and my white man nozzle? That's better. I was plastered in this the other day. Plastered. So yeah, it is that's really super dark. So I'm going to kind of hold that at quite a height. Oh, there's bound to be some of this on my phone now, but never mind. Never mind. I have an antiquated phone. Is that the word? Yeah, sounds good anyway. Sounded like you knew what you're on about there, Rach. Nobody's convinced. Okay, I got vouchers there actually. I had from my lovely lot in my last job. I think I'm going to get some more of it after. Because I know I'll cry if I run out. And I'm bound to be using it now. Oh, look, see? Press too hard. It's like there was nothing there before. So we've got to be really like... You're not actually pressing. It's kind of a semi-press. Does that make sense? But that is my favourite, that one. Right, okay, so obviously I'm going to have to let that dry for a bit now, but I think that looks rather marvellous. Rather marvellous. I probably could have gone a bit heavier on stamps, but I really liked what we did with the stenciling. So I'm thinking maybe not too much on the stamping, but I'm gonna let that dry now and give you all time to catch up. And then tomorrow's video, we're gonna snip, 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 and we're gonna make them into something. Oh, I'm so excited because I found stuff. I've got like stickers and stuff, and yeah, just stuff. So you're gonna want to bring some like blank labels. If you've got any kind of like stickers, old stickers, things like that perhaps, or your ephemera. Oh look, my little pot is nice and full now. I actually got my Cricut working today. Calon Lan's very proud of me. Top marks for me. Look at that. I even managed to get inside of the sewing machine. I was so impressed. I'm inside of the lock. So I've now got fussy cuts now. Marvellous. So yeah, bring those. They were in the freebie if you haven't had them yet on our coffee page. And bring your masterboard all jazzied up and dry, and then we'll go on to the next stage, and I'll try and get my other one done then, but I don't want to keep any longer, you see. So go and have a go, see what you can do, and then tomorrow we're going to have a bit more fun. But that's it for tonight, guys. So that's your 100-day challenge for today. I hope you have a lovely evening, and I will be back with you all very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.